The program is called Heckscher Theatre for Families, and that program grew out of our educational outreach program called the Future Pages Project, which has always been generously supported by the Heckscher Foundation for Children. I think children's theater gets a bad rap sometimes for being mundane or trite, and what we are doing with our shows is to really push the boundaries of what is possible and not talk down to kids, but elevate that conversation.
The idea of sort of quote-unquote dumbing something down for kids is a total misnomer that a lot of adults have, because it's the way they underestimate children in general in our society. I just hope to be able to write as deep and as well crafted as I can to earn the respect of that audience, and then to provide a theater company like this company that has so many wonderful resources and so much courage to really be doing work that is new, that is original.
We're in a unique position at Theater Lab because we are dedicated to new work. We treat the shows for the families the exact same way. We're trying to pick shows that they do not recognize to make them, hopefully in the future, more adventurous theater goers. The way this program works is any student who comes to see the show is then eligible to submit to our Future Pages project. We offer free writing workshops to the general public on the days before the show, on the weekends, so students can come take part in that free creative writing workshop. Then if they enjoy the show and they want to submit, they can go and write their story and submit back to us, which has increased our reach into the community, which is ultimately what we want to do. So we were always doing shows for school groups as part of our educational outreach program to inspire the stories that they were going to write. And we realized there were two problems with that. One, we were missing out on any kid who wasn't able to partner with us through their school. And the second was that we realized a bunch of kids were coming to watch a show, going home and talking to their parents about it, and their parents had 0 point of reference. So we opened these shows up to the public and now invite parents to come join us on the weekends with their students so they can experience it together, which I think helps to deepen the conversation about the play. We price it so that parents pay an admission, and then they can be joined by up to 4 students free of charge. No student pays for a ticket for these shows. I think that one of the problems with theater in general is that we are pricing out some of the people who should be in the audience. In our first production of Ronya, we had a lot of parents coming with their kids to see a show, and they had heard about this exciting, fun, imaginative show. The parents sat in, I think a lot of them thought like, oh, here we go, you know, here comes this like kids show. And they left thinking, wow, this is great. And we started to see a lot of those same parents coming back later in the season, obviously without their young people, because the shows weren't quite for the young people at that point. But we saw them come back, and that made us say, oh, okay, this is working. Like, this is giving people access to the space. Theaters can actually be a scary place for people who have never set foot in them. And I think that unless you've been in one, you don't know that you're allowed to be in one, invited to be in one. And so it was really important for us to start early and get young people in here early.
It is a privilege to work for this audience, and it's a privilege to work for this theater. What's very exciting about writing for and with this audience is that you get to be somebody's first theater experience. Now, can you imagine that?